Welcome back to Trending Update USA. This is Steffan, and I'm glad you're here with us today as we dive into a major All-American showdown that has tennis fans buzzing ahead of the Australian Open. Coco Gauff has officially set up a blockbuster clash against fellow American Hailey Baptiste, and this matchup is carrying far more weight than just a place in the next round. It's a story about momentum, belief, opportunity, and the growing depth of American women's tennis on the biggest stages in the sport. Coco Gauff arrives at this moment with the confidence of a player who has learned how to win when expectations are sky-high. From the very first ball she struck in Melbourne, it was clear that Gauff came prepared not only physically but mentally. Her movement looked sharp, her serve carried authority, and her ground strokes had that familiar combination of power and control that has become her signature. This Australian Open campaign feels like another step in her evolution, not just as a Grand Slam champion, but as a leader of the new generation in women's tennis. Setting up an All-American clash at a slam always brings an added layer of intrigue. There's familiarity, there's pride, and there's the sense that no secrets are left on the table. Coco Gauff knows Hailey Baptiste's game well, and Baptiste, in turn, has watched Gauff's rise from a teenage sensation to a Grand Slam winning star. This is not a meeting between a favorite and a stranger. This is two players shaped by the same system, the same national programs, and often the same junior circuits, now colliding on one of the sport's biggest stages. Hailey Baptiste's journey to this matchup deserves real attention. While she may not carry the same global spotlight as Gauff, Baptiste has been quietly building her reputation as a dangerous competitor. Her run into this Australian Open clash is a testament to persistence and growth. Baptiste has shown improved consistency, better shot selection, and a willingness to step into big moments without hesitation. For her, facing Coco Gauff isn't just a challenge, it's an opportunity to announce herself to a global audience. From the opening games of her tournament, Baptiste looked fearless. She played with freedom, trusting her instincts and swinging through her shots with confidence. Her serve has been a key weapon, allowing her to dictate points early, and her baseline game has shown more patience than in previous seasons. Against a player like Gauff, that balance between aggression and discipline will be critical. One rush decision can turn a tight set into a runaway, especially against someone as quick and relentless as Coco Gauff. For Gauff, this match is another test of her maturity. Being the higher-ranked player and the more decorated name comes with pressure. Every opponent brings their best tennis against her, especially in All-American matchups where national pride and familiarity fuel extra motivation. Gauff has spoken often about learning how to manage those moments, how to stay present and avoid letting expectations dictate her play. This clash with Baptiste is exactly the kind of scenario where those lessons will be put into action. Technically, the matchup offers fascinating contrasts and similarities. Both players are strong athletes, capable movers, and comfortable playing from the baseline. Gauff's defense, however, remains one of her greatest strengths. Her ability to turn defense into offense, to slide into corners and still produce depth and pace, often frustrates opponents into errors. Baptiste will need to be patient and brave, willing to hit multiple quality shots to finish points rather than expecting quick winners. The serve could be a decisive factor. Gauff's serve has become increasingly reliable under pressure, giving her free points when she needs them most. Baptiste, meanwhile, has shown flashes of serving brilliance but will need to maintain a high first serve percentage to avoid being drawn into long rallies that favor Gauff's stamina and court coverage. In Grand Slam tennis, especially in Melbourne's demanding conditions, those small margins often decide the outcome. Beyond tactics, the emotional side of this All-American clash adds another layer. Playing someone from your own country can be tricky. There's respect, sometimes friendship, and an understanding of what the other player has gone through to reach this level. Yet once the match begins, all of that must be put aside. Gauff has navigated these situations before, learning how to compartmentalize emotions and stay locked into her game plan. For Baptiste, this may be one of the biggest stages she has experienced so far, and how she handles those emotions could shape the entire match. This matchup also highlights the broader strength of American women's tennis. For years, the United States has produced wave after wave of talent, And matches like this are proof that the pipeline remains strong. Coco Gauff represents the established elite, a player already expected to contend for titles at every slam. Hailey Baptiste represents the next tier pushing upward, hungry to break through and claim her place among the best. When these players meet, it's not just about one match, it's about the health and depth of the sport in the country. The Australian Open has often been a stage where careers take unexpected turns. For Gauff, a deep run here would further cement her status as one of the most complete players on tour. For Baptiste, a strong performance, even in defeat, could serve as a confidence boost and a statement that she belongs in these conversations. And if she manages to pull off an upset, it would instantly become one of the defining moments of her career. Fans are already buzzing about the atmosphere this match will bring. Melbourne crowds are known for their energy and appreciation of high-quality tennis, and an all-American clash featuring two young, athletic players is likely to draw plenty of attention. Every long rally, every break point, every momentum shift will be magnified. This is the kind of match that reminds fans why early rounds at Grand Slams can be just as compelling as the finals. Coco Gauff's mindset heading into this clash will be crucial. She has often spoken about focusing on process rather than outcome, about playing point by point and trusting her preparation. That approach has served her well in high-pressure situations. Against Baptiste, maintaining that discipline will be essential. Any lapse in concentration could give her opponent the opening she needs to seize momentum. For Hailey Baptiste, belief is everything. Stepping onto the court against a Grand Slam champion can be intimidating, but Baptiste has shown that she thrives when she trusts herself. If she can play freely, commit to her shots, and embrace the occasion rather than fear it, she has the tools to make this a real battle. Tennis history is filled with moments where underdogs rose to the occasion by refusing to be overawed. As this All-American Australian Open clash approaches, it stands as a snapshot of where women's tennis is right now. Youth, power, athleticism, and mental strength are defining the modern game, and both Gauff and Baptiste embody those qualities in different ways. One carries the weight of expectation, the other the thrill of possibility. When they meet, only one will move on, but both will contribute to a match that fans won't soon forget. No matter the outcome, this matchup reinforces why Coco Gauff continues to be one of the most compelling figures in the sport. Every round, every opponent, every challenge adds another chapter to her story. And for Hailey Baptiste, this is a chance to write a chapter of her own on one of tennis's biggest stages. The Australian Open has set the scene, the players are ready, and American tennis is once again in the spotlight. Stay with Trending Update USA for all the latest reactions, analysis, and breaking updates from the Australian Open. This is Steffan, and this All-American clash between Coco Gauff and Hailey Baptiste is exactly the kind of moment that reminds us why Grand Slam tennis never fails to deliver drama, inspiration, and unforgettable stories.